Namaste, and welcome to a story of courage, sacrifice, and unstoppable youth power from the heart of Nepal. In a time when corruption ruled the government and the voices of the people were silenced, it was Nepal's Gen Z, brave, loud, and unbreakable, who stood up to rewrite the future. For years, the nation had been caught in a cycle of political instability, with governments rising and falling, none completing their term. For the youth, this meant a future of stolen dreams, with unemployment over 20% and opportunities disappearing into the pockets of a corrupt elite. A simmering anger was reaching its boiling point. The spark that lit the flame came in early September 2025. In an attempt to control the narrative, the government of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli did the unthinkable. It banned the country's digital town squares. Facebook, YouTube, X all went dark. The government claimed it was about regulation, but an entire generation knew it was about censorship. They tried to silence a generation that had never known a world without a voice. It was a profound miscalculation. Almost overnight, the streets of Kathmandu became a river of defiance.
Tired of broken promises, tens of thousands of students led the largest protest movement the country had seen in decades. They were organized not by the platforms that had been taken from them, but through the ones that remained. Viber and TikTok became their tools of revolution. They marched with hope in their hearts and justice in their chants, demanding a government that served the people, not one that robbed them. They weren't just protesting a social media ban, they were protesting a stolen future. But every revolution has its cost. On September 8th, the peaceful marches were met with a wall of state force. Tear gas clouded the air, water cannons battered the crowds, and then came the sound of live ammunition. In the chaos that followed, at least 19 young people were killed. Among these brave warriors was a student, a symbol of truth, who was tragically killed in the chaos. Their death shook the nation, but it didn't stop the movement. It made it stronger. Their name became a chant, their face a flag, their sacrifice a fire that couldn't be put out. The government's violence was meant to instill fear. Instead, it forced an unbreakable resolve.
The pressure became immense, a force of nature that the government could no longer withstand. Against all odds, the Gen Z movement succeeded. The next day, on September 9th, Prime Minister Oli resigned. The corrupt leaders were overthrown. The social media ban was lifted. A new dawn rose in Nepal, one of transparency, equality, and hope, all because a generation dared to dream and refused to back down. The path forward is not simple, but for the first time in a long time, it is a path chosen by the people. This is not just a story. This is a tribute to the youth who fought, to the student who fell, and to the victory that changed a nation. Thank you for listening. Jai Nepal, and long live the spirit of Gen Z.